Tyler Perry is being outed as by an actor that stars in one of his shows. That actor, Derek Dixon, is alleging that there was an assault of a sexual nature and battery. I think most people are missing the larger picture, but let's get the context. Then I'm going to say what I got to say.
Breaking news coming into Law and Crime. Actor, director, and film titan Tyler Perry is the latest celebrity to be accused of sexual assault. We got our hands on a new lawsuit filed Friday in Los Angeles Superior Court by an actor named Derek Dixon, who starred on one of Perry's hit shows. We want to break down this lawsuit and what it could mean for the movie mogul. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. So to start off, Dixon is suing Tyler Perry, the individual, as well as his production studio. That studio is called TPS Production Services, LLC. That stands for Tyler Perry Studios in Action, LLC. And he is looking for $260 million. Dixon, who portrayed a lead role in Perry's show called The Oval, is claiming 10 causes of action for the civil suit. Quid pro quo sexual harassment, work environment sexual harassment, workplace gender violence, violation of the Bain Act, a California law that protects against violation of someone's civil rights through force or coercion, sexual battery, sexual assault, negligent retention, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and retaliation. Let's get into
This dude threw everything that he could at Tyler Perry. He just started going down a list of possible things and said, man, throw them all in. We'll see which one sticks.
To this lawsuit, the complaint starts off by saying, quote, "This case arises from a sustained pattern of workplace sexual harassment, assault, and retaliation perpetrated by Tyler Perry, a powerful media mogul, against plaintiff Derek Dixon, a professional actor and screenwriter. Mr. Perry is an American actor, filmmaker, and playwright who has built one of the most successful careers in the film and television industry. Mr. Perry took his success and power and used his considerable influence in the entertainment industry to create a coercive, sexually exploitive dynamic with Mr. Dixon, initially promising him career advancement and creative opportunities, such as producing his pilot and casting him in his show, only to subject him to escalating sexual harassment, assault, and battery, and professional retaliation when Mr. Dixon did not reciprocate Mr. Perry's unwanted advances. These events occurred while Mr. Dixon was employed as a series regular on the Tyler Perry show, The Oval, and while Mr. Perry held direct control over his employment, compensation, and creative opportunities.
The narrative we've been seeing online is like, you see, the narrative we've been seeing online is like, oh, we finally got evidence that Tyler Perry swings that way. If you needed this to come to light to believe that about him, I've got a bridge I can sell you. The Boondocks had an episode that got pulled making fun of Tyler Perry about 2 decades ago. So we already knew which way he was leaning. But that's not even the story. The story is, this is the second coming of the Me Too movement. It's happening right before our eyes, and y'all are too distracted to see it because y'all are concerned about the fact that this dude is Diddy, for example, Diddy is on trial, and he definitely did some heinous stuff to Cassie. But one of the main points that the media keeps bringing up is the 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Is it strange? Hell yeah, it's strange. And they're talking about the male escorts that they're trying to tie into a criminal enterprise. Is that freaky? Absolutely. That's 2 strikes. But at some point, he's being indicted for his preferences. That's my belief. Then, with this Tyler Perry situation, from what I've read, this sounds like a lover's quarrel. And we're going to take a look at the text messages, but they fell out, and now it's a money grab. We saw incidents just like this play out 5 years ago. And while some people are exactly the evil person that they get painted out to be, Harvey Weinstein, other times you just fell out with the person that you were with, and they're coming back for retribution. So we can't start going down this rabbit hole where everything is assault again. Some of these victims are complicit in the things that they participate in until it's not working in their favor anymore.
lawsuit even compares Perry to some other infamous celebrities who have been called out for their behavior in the past. Quote, just like Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Sean P. Diddy Combs, Kevin Spacey, Roger Ailes, and many others in the industry, Mr. Perry's success has led him to believe that money and influence can get him whatever he wants. That belief slowly transformed into the false idea that Mr. Perry can get whomever he wants. According to the lawsuit, Dixon was working as part of an event staff at a party that Perry was hosting in Atlanta when Perry noticed him and offered him the chance to audition for a part in one of his hit TV shows. Before we get back to this bombshell lawsuit.
Okay, that's where we're going to go ahead and pause it. I'm not saying by any means that people with power and influence are above manipulating people or assaulting people. That would be insane for me to suggest that because someone has resources, that they're inherently good. We obviously don't think that. But this guy, like some other people, could be playing along to get along in order to elevate their career. You might know exactly what's going on. And while it benefits you, you're letting the situation play out between the two of you. I don't know if that's exactly the case that's happening here, but it's certainly a thought after everything that we saw come out of the first wave of Me Too. But let's get into these text messages. Let's see what their relationship was like. It says, why did this photo make me jealous? You two together. Ha ha ha, I don't know. It's just Brad. He wanted to go out for a quick walk to get his steps in, and now I'm walking to Chipotle by myself. And then Tyler Perry goes off the deep end and says some wild stuff. What's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy? It says, giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist. That's so cool. Where'd you come from? Somewhere. Unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 60s that are still dealing with that. And that's sad. You see what I'm saying? This doesn't sound like a guy that is being harassed. It sounds like a guy that is complicit in the things that are going on around him, to me. It may not sound like that to you. I'm not entirely sure. But to me, this sounds like a guy that is feeding into this relationship. He knows what's going on. And now that they've fallen out, these dudes have exchanged pictures together. Does that sound like somebody that has been taken advantage of? No, it doesn't. It sounds like a guy that fell out with whatever relationship they had, and now he's coming back to try to get some money. And he knows from the previous instances of Me Too that happened 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that there's a storyline that he can play. There's a playbook he can play, and he can get money out of this situation. That's what it sounds like to me. And using the fact that the public didn't know for sure about Tyler Perry and everything that's going on with him, and we shouldn't, right? That's private stuff. But he's using that fact to try to twist his arm and get money from him. I don't think it's going to work. He's a billionaire. He's going to use his resources to push back on this and not get extorted out of his money that he's worked hard for. All I'm saying is I'm seeing a pattern of things that have been going on for the past year, 2 years, and we are heading quickly and dangerously back down that Me Too path.